Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about Diana Nixon's and her books. The first book I read was The Soul of Rain, the first book in the Heavens trilogy. It's a story about guardian angels and humans. I love these books and I like the character. I like Claire, even if sometimes I wanted to hate her badly. She's so confident in herself that sometimes it's hard. I like Alan, who is the human boy, and my best character is Nolan, with another guardian angel. And I like him. He's funny, he's nice, and I like him. So, the book is The Soul of Rain, and the cover is made by Jennifer Manswani from GM Rising Houses Creation, and I will read the back cover. So, let's go. The secret of the heavens had always been carefully guarded, until one day when the angel realized that what they used to believe in was nothing but a cruel game between heaven and hell. And Claire's life is a part of that game too. She is a guardian angel. She always thought that her existence was perfect, but perfection is a very relative term, and no one is protected from making mistakes. Everything's changed the moment Claire gets a new assignment. Guarding humans has never been easy, and this time won't be an exception. Alan Rutherford is a spoiled party boy whose life is a hurricane of risk and adrenaline rush. His soul is damaged, his heart is bleeding, and there are so many things he prefers to keep private. The words they have never said before, the sins they have never committed, how much does forgiveness of the heaven cost? Or maybe even the heavens make mistakes. So this is the first book. The other books are not out yet, are not right yet, I think. After they have Natalie's book of poem in the same trilogy, but it's a little book. You will know who is Natalie by reading the first book. I won't tell you before. So, The Prisoner of Dream is the book of poem. The cover is gorgeous, and I will read the first poem, The Prisoner of Dreams. We are prisoners of dreams, we are poets of silent screams, singer of never-ending song, our soul to the heaven belongs. We are saints and we are sinners, we are fighters, we are the winners. We make time run faster, we turn beauty into disaster. We are masters of lives and worlds, we are kings and we are gods. It's just some little poem, and Diana has a real talent. She has really a poetic writing style, and I like that. This is not the first series she writes. Her first series was Love Lines. It's a magical series, and it's my best in fantastic. Really, I love this series. For now, there is 4 books and one more little. The 5th and final is not right yet, but it will be one day, I hope. So, Love Lines is the first one. Look at this cover, made by Jennifer Manswani again. It's a big book, and the back cover is the trees of supernatural powers have always been crossing the world of human beings. Many people know about the existence of healer, mind readers, oneiromancer, and wizard. But for centuries, their lives have been kept secret, and no one has ever heard about Dever, a kingdom of mystery and magic. Neither has Helen Clark, whose life has never been different from the another teenage Ave. Everything's changed the day Eileen receives an invitation to join the rank of Dever's students. Nothing will ever be the same again. New life, new friend, new enemy. And love so powerful that no magic will be able to destroy. I love this series because I love the characters. Eileen is really great. She's always herself. She's an independent woman, but she is really amazing. I like Christian in the first book, in the other two, but Evan is my best. I love Evan. Evan is funnier, is stronger, Evan is the best, and you will discover it in all the book. I will read you a little excerpt with it's Amanda who's talking. Amanda is Christian's little sister and Eileen's best friends. So she said about Evan, sorry, that is the coolest guy all around ever. Well, except for my brother, of course, but we are not talking about him right now. So Anna said that most girls attend all the parties just because of Evan. He's handsome, smart, funny, and sexy. Yes, I saw him. God is the man of my dream. And yes, I agreed. He's the man of my dreams. Loveline is the first book. After we have I don't have the second book, The Song of the Wind, so if you want to buy me a gift, you can. The cover is here. I have just the bookmark. The third book is Diamond Sky, and it's signed. Thank you, Diana. After there is a little book later, just for Evan. So look at this eyes. It's just about Evan and his relationships with Dara. And the last book for now is The Curse of Blood. This cover is my best in all the series. I love the green, I love Evan, Amanda, I love this cover. This book is more about Evan. You will find a point of view of Evan, Eileen, Christian, maybe Amanda. I don't remember. Okay, maybe not. So this is the last book for now, and the next will come soon, I hope. This was for a fantastic series. Now there is the romance. The first book in the romance was It at First Sight. It makes me think about the first book of the Campbell Brothers by Jennifer Lerman-Trott. And it's nice. It's not the one I prefer, but it's nice. So, the back cover. Every day of Megan's life was carefully planned. Freedom and independence had been her best friend for years, until one day she met Hayden, whose priorities were so much like hers. What happened when attractions wins? What happened when poles apart become equal? What happens when the flame of passion burns everything in their way? Is there still a chance to resist the power of magnetism? the wall of inaccessibility will come crashing down. Everything she thought was unacceptable, it will turn into pure pleasure. Dive into the world of hate at first sight to see if hate can become something completely different. Aiden is... No. Diana has a real talent for creating odd boys. Ivan, Nolan, Alan, Aiden, Daniel, Oliver. All a boy are very hot and sexy. I like some more than the others, but they are all very great. I will read you an excerpt, and it's Megan who talk. And so my first day home began. I waited for about half an hour to go back downstairs and took my baggage. Thank God, Mr. Devil May Care, handsome, was nowhere around. Did I just call him handsome? Well, yes, I wasn't blind after all. Aiden was tall and well-built, with a voice to die for, and a smile that promised a lot. He was dark-haired and had the most incredible grey-blue eyes I'd ever seen. He could be a perfect picture for on magazine covers. And I was sure he knew that too, like most men of his kind. I wasn't a feminist, but I hated guys like Aiden. Damn sexy, arrogant, and too self-confident. They always got what they wanted, and the list of women visiting their bed was longer than Oxford Street. So it's a nice romance, fun and sweet. After we have the Checkmate series. Checkmate is about Dominique Altier, Oliver Altier, and Jocelyn Altier, 3 brothers and sisters. The first book is about Dominique. Okay. So, smart, beautiful, and ambitious Scarlett Wilson never thought that trouble could be that irresistible. After she wakes up in an handsome stranger bed, with nothing but the vague memory of the night they spent together, her life's changed tremendously. What she thought was the biggest mistake ever turns out to be the only thing her body and mind will never let her forget. Who would have thought that the only witness to Scarlett's night adventure would become the new head of her father's company that she had been dreaming to head for years? The owner of the most gorgeous face and the most impossible temper ever, Dominique Altier, will make the wildest of her fantasy come true. Is falling in love with the devil was giving up dreams and betraying principle? Will setting the rule help retain dignity? Or will losing a match become the only way to win the game? I really like this book, and Dominique is really, really arrogant, and Scarlett too. They are very odd each other. I can read you a small part with Scarlett and Dominique. His devilish smile widened. I love forming new connections. In a whisper he added, besides, last time I came, you were the only person to witness it. What a jerk. I returned his smile saying, hope this time you will be able to keep your pants on. Him? And actually, I hope I won't. His eyes slid to my handkerchief and he whispered, sorry about making you hide your beautiful neck today. I kind of missed the view a bit. Then he traced his fingertip across my jaw and touched the silky pierce, leaning closer. You were so demanding last night, I couldn't help but respond with the same passion. All the dialogue in this book are like that. Funny and hard. The second book is No Strings Attached. and it's about Oliver and Scarlett's best friend, Gillian. So, games can be different. Some are innocent, others are dangerous. But there are also those that you will never learn how to play. Oliver Altier is a guy whose every day is a game of patience. His rule is no strings attached, no guilt involved. Oliver thinks he knows everything about how to please women, until one day he meets Gillian Morano, a woman who is so much like him when it comes to relationships. She hates obligation, but she loves men, margaritas, and fun. What will be different is that sorry. Will passion and lust be enough to return their game into something real? If they thought it would be nothing but another play, they should have thought twice before getting into something that will change them both, once and for all. Sorry. I have an excerpt, but I don't find it. So no excerpt. In this series, the first book was here, the second is better, and the third is better. I love Oliver. He's a little bad with girl. He is a little bad with girl, but he's so lovable, so kind. And Gillian is like him. She has no attach. The third and last book in this series is Back in the Game, and it's about Jocelyn Altier and Aaron Blake. Everyone knows that Aaron Blake is not the marriage type. He doesn't do romance. He loves dirty games and women. But most of all, he loves his work. The day Jocelyn Altier becomes his personal assistant, his priority comes crashing down, turning his well-planned life, into a complete disaster. She's uncontrollable and too self-assured for a young age. She's not going to follow anyone's order, especially if they come from a man whose shameless eyes don't miss a single chance to slide down a curve. But one day everything changed. One accidental picture in morning newspaper will force Aaron and Jocelyn to make a decision, the consequences of which neither of them is ready to deal with. It was supposed to be just a false romance, a pretense to spark the rumor, but nothing can stop the fire of irresistible attraction, burning the eyes. One look, one touch, one kiss. How far the game will go. I love this book. It's so funny and enjoyable, and I really love the character. Aaron is great. I think he loves Joss at first sight, and even if Joss is a little complex and she doesn't want to know what Aaron has to say, I like her too. A little excerpt. It's it's at the interview, working interview between Aaron and Jocelyn. So Jocelyn said, "And one more thing, Mr. Blake," she said, leaning over my table. "I'll be here to work, no more than that. I hope you are smart enough to understand what I mean." I rose to my feet and Copier moved, leaning closer to her face, saying, "Work is exactly what I need you here for. Otherwise, you will be lying on that couch behind you, with your leg wide open for me, no more than 2 seconds after you cross the threshold of my office, Miss Altier." Um, I love this book because it's full of dialogue like this, and really I love it. Sorry. After we have my favorite one, the one I tried to translate in French. It's Love and Down. It's about a girl who lost her memories and will find them during the book. What would you do if all your memories were gone? One day Cassie wakes up and realizes that her life is nothing but an endless emptiness. One tragic incident takes away everything that she has ever cherished and loved. Family, friends, and all the best moments that she ever lived through. No, everything seems unknown, including a beautiful stranger whose mere look makes her heart beat faster. Who is that reckless and mysterious man? Is he just an old friend or an enemy? Sinking into the vortex of indescribable emotion, they will give in to the most irresistible temptation ever, just to fall in love with each other again and again. I really love this book. I love Cassie. I think she's really, really great woman. She's strong and not naive. And I like Danielle. Danielle is very kind, protective. He keeps a secret for the sake of his sister and Cassie. So I like him a lot. And this is a little excerpt. Yes, I'm talking too much. Wordlessly, he started unbuttoning my blouse, and I feel my cheek turning red. I knew he was still watching me, but I couldn't make myself look into his eyes. Suffice to say that I could barely breathe, feeling his fingertip as he accidentally touching my skins. A pleasant edge formed in my belly, splashing like a river of pure bliss all over my body, and making the fantasies in my head go wild. Relax, Daniel breathed into my ear, make me groan mentally in response. How was I supposed to relax when all I wanted was to make my fantasy become real? Did he always have that effect on me? Did I always wanted to wrap my arms around his neck and kiss him senseless? I stop here because you want to read this book to know the end. The second book in this series is In Your Eyes, with this beautiful cover. In Your Eyes is a story of Emily, who is Daniel's little sister, and Cassie's best friend, and Nick. This book is really hard because I can't say too much, but Emily's life was not easy. And you will find why in this book, or in Love and Done too. So, I lost, I lied, I cried, but there was one thing that I thought would stay with me forever, my love. Adrian was my everything. The day he died, I died with him. It was like being caught up in a nightmare with no reason to keep breathing, with nothing to hold on. But one day, everything changed. I didn't know I was lost until the moment Nick found me. He made me loathe, he made me feel, he made me believe that I could love again. I thought that I would never feel alive. But then I looked into his eyes and I was lost. Only this time it was not a nightmare swallowing me, but a beautiful dream coming true. Just when I thought there was no hope for tomorrow, my heart found a reason to beat faster. It's really an amazing story, and this series is really the one I prefer in all a romance world. Just a little excerpt between Nick and Emily. I knew we needed to stop, but God knew I didn't want to. When Nick broke the kiss, I felt so lost again, as if I had finally found something that I thought would be my strength, and then lost it again. Don't you ever apologize for doing something that you feel is right, he said, pressing his forehead to mine. I didn't dare to look into his eyes. I still felt a little embarrassed for kissing him first. But then, who the hell cares? I have been waiting for this moment for too long to let it go. Just like that. Even if it was supposed to be the first and the last kiss that Nick and I shared, I didn't regret it. And the last book in romance is Louise. I like this book because it reminds me of one part of my life. No, I was not a stripper, but I was working in a private club with stripper as a waitress. And yes, these books remind me some memories, and I thought it's fun and nice, and the cover is gorgeous. You can see it. This book is in two parts. The part 2 is not out yet, and probably not right at the moment. So, it doesn't hurt to dream unless you know your dreams will never come true. Since childhood, Louise Woods has wanted to become a dancer. The day she arrives at Le Papillon, a private cabaret club where men come to enjoy the beauty of women dancing, her life completely changes. Louise lives in the club, and the rules of living and working there cannot be ignored or broken. Either you do your best to please the client, or you are out. No flirting, no secret affair, just dancing. During her first public show, Louise meets a stranger who pays for the privilege to have her privately dance for him. He won't let her see his face. He won't even introduce himself, but he will make an offer that she won't be able to refuse. He won't make any hollow promises, but he will make her believe she is special. I hate following the rules, he'll say, but I do love breaking them. Will she dare to risk losing everything she has just to make the darkest of the stranger's fantasies come true? Once the decision is made, there will be no way back. I like Louise because she had a dream, and she wanted to follow her dream. Dancing in the club was not part of her dream, but she needs money and she knows how to dance, so she enjoys what she has at the moment she have it. The stranger man is stranger. I won't tell you more about him, but he's hot. I don't want to read the next set because the one I have is the one in the cover. So this is for the cover. And finally, Diana has also created Inks and Scratching, a literary magazine, where you can find some authors' interview, review from me and from Aura, covers made by Jennifer Monsoni, and all that edited by Heather Han Davis. I have the first issue of June, with Wendy Higgins in cover. I can let you see. Okay, interview. There is review and some other things. and you can find it on Amazon and a lot of platforms. So that's it. If you like my video, go on Diana's blog or Diana's Facebook page, and mostly go buy her books because they are really great. If you like Jennifer Lamontro's book, I just can tell you that you will love Diana's book. For me, they are equals, and that's all. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend, bye!